Okay, so I gave you all a fair warning, a heads up. Hey, I'm picking up another 327. Goodness knows, nobody guessed it. For my birthday sneaker. If you tuned in for that video, I picked up this one. So it's Munsell, and then it is white Moonbeam. Now, this was a women's exclusive colorway. It was not available for men or even in grade school sizing. But I love the shoe. I absolutely love the silhouette, the feel. It's so comfortable. So I actually wanted to see just if this carried over. But instead of getting another women's colorway or shoe, I actually decided to go with a grade school pair to see if there would be any differences, right? I'm always getting on Jordan Brand. Hey, you don't show enough respect to the smaller sizes. There's always a differentiation in terms of details and quality. I wanted to see, is that the same with New Balance? And I will say this, there are some differences with this grade school sneaker.
Positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video. Talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Shoes Chains. I hope you guys are having an amazing day when you are viewing this. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. To Swoosh Crew, I want you guys to go ahead and comment down below. Do you like more of the muted tone colorway right here, or do you like a little bit more color? And this does have a gum bottom, so I know some of you are like really partial to gum bottom sneakers. So I'm very curious to know. Please make sure you sound off below in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm a Nike girl, back to Swoosh right now. I am also wearing Jordan Brand pants and socks. That's not to say I haven't branched out in the last few years, and I think that's good, right? I found a love for New Balance and Vans, but you know, Swoosh is always like home base. I will certainly say that, but it's good to expand your horizons. That's what I've done. And New Balance is known, they've been known, okay, for the quality, the execution, whether it's a pair that's made here in the USA or even made overseas, right, in the UK. They make amazing shoes, and I really do wish some other brands could jump on board with the quality and the value. I think it's really more so the value you get for what you pay, because this is an amazing sneaker with the materials used, the comfort, and remember, a lot of New Balances are only $90 to $100. They're just a little bit more difficult to get now because they're either having celebrities wear them, there are collaborations that go along with them like the Bodega, so it becomes a little bit more difficult to get your hands on. That's the terrible part, but it is also nice when other people understand or maybe respect the quality and what goes into pairs that you love. So I don't think I don't know if you would say New Balance heads are upset about that. I'm sure they're a little bit upset about the fact they can't get pairs as easily as they once could. But my experiment with this, okay, I said, okay, I love the 327, the unique midsole of, you know, the unique sole, I should say, and the shape, the top-down look. Am I going to feel that way about other colorways? Yeah, I did. But would there be a difference between the women's pair and the grade school pair? And there is a difference. So I actually did, this is not my first choice. So the first choice that I actually wanted is the all white, red and blue pair, the navy pair. I really wanted that pair. If you take a look, I believe the very first ever 327 that Paul from Locust and Wild Honey picked up, or Wild Honey, sorry, picked up, he had the exact shoe that I wanted, and if you know what I mean. So the interior is white, it's not gray. This one actually has a gray medial side, okay? So the lateral side is white on here, but if you look at the medial side, it's actually gray. So it gives you a two-tone look for the sneaker, which I'm actually a fan of. Not to mention I don't have to worry about the inner part of my shoe being as dirty as the outer part, because that is kind of an issue from time to time if your foot ever rubs up, like the instep ever rubs up against something. So I don't have to worry about that with this one. This is my second choice. I actually picked this up off Foot Locker. Now, the retail price is $65, I believe, for grade school. I was able to use my discount, so of course I didn't have to pay the full retail price, but they arrived within a timely manner, and you still have quite a few pairs available. If you're looking for the red, white, and blue, you can pick that one up if you're 5.5 and lower. Now, could I have worn a 5.5? Yes, because New Balances are made quite wide, where I could have worn a 5.5, but part of me just didn't want to risk it. I'm like, hey, stick with a 6 or a 6.5. Now, a 6.5 is actually quite big in terms of New Balance, just because they're made wide, right? I can get a 6.5 in Jordan 1 and it fits me perfectly. And this, I have quite a bit of room still left, but I would rather go bigger, of course, than smaller. I don't want shoes tight on my feet. I'm just past that. Now with this, you may wonder, okay, so what's the difference? What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? So the dyed suede, I love it. It's vibrant, it's saturated. Now they do warn you that some of the dye could possibly rub off on lighter clothes, socks. I think you have to be mindful of that. I don't really see it rubbing off on socks a whole lot, just because you do have the inner sock liner that doesn't have dye on it. It's just white leather. So I don't think that's going to be as big of an issue. Maybe they're talking about bleeding onto the white part here or even on the gray part, but that is not, I guess, a huge concern for me. Now, are there huge differences in the material use? So this one is nylon, okay? So it's nylon material on the women's pair. The upper on the grade school pair is more of a canvas, I would say. Now, it could also be a nylon, maybe just a different texture of nylon, because this is certain more of a satin feeling nylon. This feels more like canvas, but it probably is nylon. I'm just going to be honest with you. It does allow your feet to still breathe, so that's a good thing. In terms of the tongues, you have that NB on the front, so that did not change. I love this. So the intelligent choice is there. 327. I absolutely love that in this pair. That's now, the intelligent choice is not, it's a tagline for New Balance. It's not always in all of their sneakers, but I love it in here. And if you didn't know, that's also here. It's just in that lighter munsole, so you can't really tell. But this pair, so it has that. Now on the interior, the NB is much larger on the women's pair than on the grade school pair. It's much, much larger. Not that that's a big deal. I don't think I'm really looking at the insole of my... I don't care about the insole. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to pairs like this, they're not trying to tell a story with the insole. They're not. The biggest difference I absolutely noticed. So New Balance is it's very minimal, but it's clean, it's classy, it has a modern take to it, and it's on the medial side, right? So it is here, and you can see that it says New Balance, right? That's debossed in there. The grade school pair, they said, we're not debossing anything. We will just go ahead and print that on the sneaker. And I guess they skimped a little bit there. Is that the worst crime committed in terms of sneakers? No, because with Jordan Brand and grade school, we don't get hang tags. We barely get special boxes. I mean, some shoes don't even get visible air units, right? So with this one, I don't think that's all that bad. I'm not going to rag on them that much, but that is the huge difference I see. And it's all about the details, right? There's a reason New Balance wanted to deboss this, but they chose to only print this. So they cared more about the execution, of course, I think, on the adult pairs than they did the grade school pair. Does that take away from this shoe? It doesn't, because if you look on this one, this particular pair, it simply has, I don't know the actual material, but it's more so felt or a soft cotton material on the inside, versus here, this is leather. Well, it's synthetic leather, but it's still synthetic leather that's on the inside. So the grade school pair wins out in some categories. It loses out in others to the women's pair, to the adult pair. But all in all, I think it's a beautifully executed shoe. Again, it's really unique in terms of the top-down design of how it looks. I'm happy about it. I probably need to slow down so I don't just go picking up tons of pairs of these. I don't want to run into that category, but I mean, they're amazing shoes, so I guess I wouldn't be that mad about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Provided you guys the quick on foot too, just so you could get an idea of what it looks like, and I'm sure I'll have styled pics up sometime on my Instagram page at TalkSWITHTJ. Make sure you follow me there. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. If you own any 327s, or maybe if these videos have influenced you to pick up a 327, let me know. Act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.